Hello, welcome to Rough Driver's blog 777, and we're going to do the oil change on a Gsxr K5000. First, you take the fairing off, obviously. So these are the two bolts up the top there, and the bolt down there. You can see it, that one, and the main bolt up here, which I've all taken out. Down here, I don't know if you can see, there's a screw just here, plastic one. You must take that one out before you take this fairing off. So, and then there's these plastic grommet screws which are underneath here. I don't know if you can see underneath here. I'll try get as much as I can underneath there, but they sit round about there, and one at the back, which is here, if you can see it. So also take out the screw up here, which pops in and pulls out, and just like the little one down here, pops in, pulls out. Yeah, I'm going to stop the camera for a minute. I've got to take off. I might be able to get the fairing off past. I don't think I can, so I'm going to have to take that off. Remember, I ain't changed the oil on this one, so this is my first time on this particular bike, but we'll go through it together. I'm going to stop the camera. I'm going to take that piece off. Back on board, I'm going to take the crash bung out, and I've got the wrong spanner in. Let's try that one. Let's get the other one out. I was knackered, so. Right, it's a 17mm socket that goes in there. I'm going to take the crash bung off. I can't really film me undoing this because holding the camera and doing the same thing is impossible, so I'm going to just stop it and take it off. Right, she's undone with the socket. You see the size, and that's the size you need to undo this. I'm going to take that out, which is all pre-undone. The next thing we're going to pull the fairing off. You know, I've got all the bits and pieces off. Now these are the bottom segments. They go on there and two back at there. Right, so that's the plastic bungs, and they just pop off with a screwdriver. Back on here, press that down, that pops in, and you pull it out. Main bolt in there, that unscrews just with a hexagon, one of these, little hexagon Allen spanner, we want to call them. So yeah, that comes out, and you've got your two bolts up here which come out, and you've got your one down there, exactly the same size, comes out there. Okay, and then you've got one little clip which is just here, which is that one, which goes in there. Press it in, it comes out. Right, I'm going to take the fairing off. As I said before, I'm going to have to stop it and start it again because I can't hold the camera. I ain't got an assistant today, so to hold the camera. So there you go. Right, I'm underneath the fairing. I forgot one bolt, so even a novice can forget something. So this one here, I forgot about that one. That holds the actual main bit on. So if you don't get it off, I just said two there and one at the front. So one there, one at the front. That's the second one, but I didn't remove it because I forgot all about it. So I'm going to take that off now, restart the video in a minute. Alright, I don't know if you can see my hand on that. Right, put the screwdriver behind it like so and prised it out like so. Now that should come out, which it does. So that's what you got to do, put a screwdriver, prise it. As you can see, there's a screw which I'm going to undo just down there. There's a plastic grommet in this one and a plastic grommet in that one, and the flipping out, that one's missing, so I'm going to have to get myself another grommet I'm going to put this back without one. So obviously someone's had the fairing off in the past and not put the plastic grommet in. So it's a bit of a pain, but there you go. So I'm going to unscrew this with a little Phillips. I'll show you the bit and pieces in a minute, but I can't, like I say, I can't do it because I ain't got an assistant to hold the camera, so I'll show you. But that needs unscrewing. That's a Phillips. Just to give you an update. There's the plastic grommet there, which I've now prized open. The screw is now away. Come back out a bit. The screw now at the top of the fairing is out, which is there. Okay, that's unscrewed. And I'll pop that up. Now, the fairing should come apart. Well, I say that, so I'll get that out. Get out. Right, here she comes. Right, I'll put that down there. Right, I don't think anything else holding that on personally. You can flip all this out, which I've done, but I don't want to do that, so I'm going to get it off in one ear, it's off. One fairing out. As you can see, this is the oil filter, and the oil sump bolt is under here somewhere. There you go. So I'm going to undo that in a minute. But before I start, I'm going to clean it all up with some clean off, which is muck off. And it's just a spray, it cleans all stuff up. So using that and WD-40, clean it all up before I start, and we'll get back to do the oil change. Right, I'm now just cleaning the outside of this bike, so I can make it a bit more cleaner in there, because you only get one chance to do this. So I've got an anti-spill kit on the bottom here, so all the crap is going on there, and I'll throw the spill kit away, dispose of it properly. Clean it up, the oil filter, give it a good old wipe over, and then we'll proceed with the oil change. If you haven't got an axle, if you haven't got a pallet down, I'll use a jack on the bobbin down here and axles down that side to keep it upright. The bike is now upright, ready for me to take the main bolt out, which is down there somewhere. Get this crap out of the way. I've already got the oil filter open. That's already done. So I'm going to drop the oil in just a minute, so bear with me. I'll just crack this with a 17mm centimetre, sorry. Keep saying 17mm. Oh god. Well, it is millimetre, sorry, I did say millimetre, don't I? Yeah, 17 for that bolt down there. I've now cracked it with the socket. I'll get it back on. It's undone anyway. Now, if you can undo it, make sure you've got your spill kit underneath. Oh, here she goes. Ooh, bloody hell. Out like I found black as anything. Right, that's the oil out. My hands are dirty, so wipe on the spill kit. There she goes, she's flowing out. And once that's drained, I will take the oil thing off. Which is, you use one of these oil removing kits, or you can use one of those ones with the actual hexagon bolt, which is better, really. I just used that one because it was handy at the time. Now that's all out. Let that run. Always remember to undo the top. Right, she's draining out. Again, I'm going to turn it off until I take the oil filter off. As you see, it's draining now. I've cracked this. This is done. And it goes that way. Okay, goes that way. So when you pull it down that way. I'll got a special bowl here for that one, so because you can't do two at once. So I've got this build kit underneath, my bowl there, which I'm going to undo. There she goes. Alright, bring it over there a bit. That oil's black, isn't it? So it's been changed for ages. The shop said they changed it, but I don't think they did personally, but nothing like doing it yourself. So unroll it out. There she goes. Oh, holy exhaust. Tip that out. Right, stop it again. Right, this is the oil I'm now using to put in. It's Extreme Performance, semi-pathetic. Pathetic? Yeah, semi-pathetic. I can't even say it now. Yeah, you know what I mean anyway, but I'll just get one of those laughs on. But, it's synthetic, that's the word I'm looking for. But not pathetic, but anyway, it's pathetic if you've got to keep doing the job, but there you go. And I'm using this. You can use Castrol, you can use any other make, but that's just what I'm putting in. This is the funnel, obviously it goes into the oil filler thing. Now I'm going to pour some other oil in. I say other oil, it was my old stock, just to give it a run through. And now the funnels don't sit in very well, so I made a little cradle up so it holds it. So I'm going to tip that in and pour it out. Pour that in. Well, I did tip some in, so there we go, that's it going in there. Just flush it in. I did pour more in, but just demonstrating. That's gone in. And you can see the clean stuff coming out. Just to give it a flush through. When you're filling this up, you've got oil levels there, you've got 2 marks. Oh, you can see my camera there. You need to go in between the top and the middle one, and that's the level. If you get confused, just go on their forums, you'll see loads of ways that people change oil, and but that's the way I do it, just underneath the top one and then between the bottom one, and that's your level. I can't tell you how many litres to go in. I'll have a look it up. I'll probably put it on the back of the end of the video. Alright, I'm going to put the bolt back in, so obviously that's the bolt to go back in. Screw that back in there where the oil's leaking out. Make sure it's nice and tight. Don't do it too tight, but don't do it too loose. Just hand tight, you know, just give it enough. And obviously put a new oil filter in, which I will put on in a minute. That is the new oil filter to be put back on. I'm going to screw that back on and then tighten it up with my bits and pieces there. But like I say, because I haven't got an assistant to show you me putting it all bit together, I can't do it, you know, I can't film and show you. I'm just trying. It's hard with one hand, see, but you can get the general idea. You put it on, screw it up nice and tight, and use that particular instrument, put it on. I'm going to put that on, come back to you. Quick one, put a little bit of oil on the outside of the rubber, just a little bit, not much, just a little dab like that on your finger. I'll just get some more oil out so it seals a little bit better. Okay, right, I can now put it on. I can show you. You turn it up. And you get the strap on. Sounds good, doesn't it? You get the strap and give it one more wrench, which I can't obviously do the same in all the camera, but that's the general idea. That gets it nice and tight. I can get it mostly hand tight, but get that strap and give it one more, and that'll be on. Now the bolts in underneath, some bolts in, and now the oil filter's in. Now we're ready to put the oil in. Right, I'm going to proceed to pour the oil in slowly. So again, I'm going to have to switch off because I'm going to have to be quite careful, but slowly pour it in and keep looking at the glass. Okay. Right, I think you can see down now. I've set the camera up, so I'm pouring the oil in. Slowly, my cradle's come off now as well. Make sure you've got some decent tape. I'll put that back on there. Right. Still not there. Still quite a bit of oil. Make sure you get the bike level. I've got it on axle stands, but it's on a level ground. It's still not quite there. It's nearly there. You can see it's nearly there. A bit more. You might see it coming in there. You can see the oil now coming up there. A bit more. A bit more. You can see the low and the level. It's got to be in between. So I hope I don't put too much in. Let's try a bit more. It's slowly coming. Just a bit more. And I think that's about it. Let it circulate round. I will start it up later and give it another top up. I'll give it a chance to drain through. That's about where you want it. You just see it there in between. I'll give it a little teeny bit more. That's about it. I won't put too much in. Then you start overfilling it then, and then I've got a special tool to get it out, but I don't want to piss about like that. Otherwise you have to drain it, and you don't want to do that. But there you go. That's full up. Now I think there's about a litre and a half in there, I suppose. Sometimes about I think it's about 3.5. I think it tapers this 4 litres in here. Yeah, it's about 3.5. You're just under 3 litre, 3.2 I suppose in there. That's that full up. Right, let's start putting the fairing back on. Recap on what you need for tools. You need one of these to take the oil filter off. You can get a hexagon one, it's even better. A proper motorcycle one's better. This is a car one. Just undo that, which it goes down, and then to put it on, it goes up. So, also need oil pan, which I'm going to now chuck the oil in, and another pan for the front. Alright, so make sure you dispose of your oil in the correct place, or use it on your fence with some creosote with it. But definitely get another pan. You're going to need it. Tools you're going to need. Now, obviously you have to take your crash bung off, which is 17. The bolt underneath is 17, so mainly 17, and I don't know what size the little fairing bolts are, but they're very small, 8 or 10 mil in there to take them off. So you're going to need that. A number of array of tools really. If you haven't got that, make sure that you've got no cross bolts, cross threaded bolts. I've got all my tools here anyway. So, and that's my oil. So I'm now going to put the fairing back on. So bear with me. One more thing before I didn't say, clean all the oil that you've drained. It's gone on the downpipes, because otherwise you can have smoke pouring everywhere. So I'm going to put some cleaning stuff there, which is like a muck off, and that will get all the crap off of that, and hopefully it'll smoke a little bit probably, but not too much. It just disperse, but you will get a little bit of smoke come up, so don't worry. That's the oil burning off the pipes. Okay, so alright, okay, so I'll get back to you. Just one more thing, make sure you've got a sponge out here, it's a kneel on, because it hurts your bloody knees as well. So I've got a nice sponge down here, so use that. There's me. This is what I'm doing, cleaning it off. Get it all out underneath there, and that's it. That's that detoxed. Oh, I know, should be no burning smells coming up, hopefully. Well, I'll put the screw back into the fairing, which is easier than taking it out when it's off. You can disconnect this fairing, take it off in 2 halves if you want to, but I'm being a bit lazy and put it all back into one. Again, I can't show you me putting it back together because I haven't got an assistant to show me, or hold the bloody camera. So you have to obviously take my word that it's going to go back on. alright. Well, it will do, you'll see anyway. Right, that's the one of the screws there. You get the 2 rubber grommets, which, not that, this, they go in there, they push in, so when you take them out they pull out. Alright, so when you take these off they pull out easy enough. That's the hardest one, but you can split the fairing down. You can unscrew that one as you pull it off and pop this top fairing out and do it in 2 halves if you want to, but I ain't going to do it in 2 halves, I'm going to do it in 1. Okay. Right, I'll put the screw in here. That holds that fairing on. That's that screw I was showing you about. I didn't have a plastic grommet, which is a little pressing one, which is one of these. I'll show you. Which is one of those. So I'll replace it with a plastic nut and bolt. Because I'm not messing about putting it back on. It must have, someone must have ever put it back on, either lost it or it didn't come out on the road. So I've replaced it. So now all the fairing is together and it's ready to go back on. So I'm going to press it back on. Just put the touches to the fairing back on. Should say it's hard with one thing. Look at it, tight. And that one, it's done. Just got to put that back on. And where's the other one? What's it all good? There she is. Put that one down there. Oh yeah, it's hard with one end, especially in left-handed and all. There you go. You screw those back in, and everything's back together. So we'll start it up. And here's the oil level, as you can see. She's right in between, smack on. Remember, keep the bike level. Got axle stand on the back of the mine. If you've got a paddock stand, all good and well, but make sure it's on level ground. Okay, and just put it up. When you drop it down, just see, you remember that won't make too much difference, but you drop that down, that should be pucker level. Alright, right, these are the tools that you might want to use. One for the oil filter, or a hexagon, which you can buy off the eBay to undo the oil filter. That's a car one, but you can get a motorcycle one for that. I've used that, but really use a motorcycle one. Phillips screwdriver for the screws inside the fairing. Screwdriver to pop out the little plastic lugs underneath, and the little screw that goes into the fairing. Just use one of these to pop it in. Now take it out. This undoes all the nuts on the fairing, the big one and the small one. A 17mm for the drain plug and the crash bung, and there's your oil filter. That's the oil filter you need. That's the code on it, so saves you a bit of time getting your bits and pieces. And the oil you need, you can use Castrol or whatever. I'll use that one, and use a bit of cleaning material inside the engine while you're there. Okay, and I'm going to use a toothpaste and all to scrub it off with, and a bit of WD-40 and all for the screws. So that's about all the tools you need. Now the measurement of that one, if you can see that, that's what you need for the fairing, but you'll find out anyway. Okay, right, almost forgot the oil drain as well. Everything goes in here nice and tidy, and don't forget your spill kit's underneath. We're going to start the bike up a minute. See how she starts up. Alright, as I said before, I've done this with the stand jack, pump jack we want to call it, and axle stand. Okay, I've used the axle stand, as you can see at the back, and the trolley jack, just to keep it level for the time being while I'm filling up, and plus you can get the oil pan underneath. So I'm going to drop these down. I don't know if you can see the oil level now, it's over. I'll just pull the bike over to show how level it is. Alright, can you see how level that oil is? It's just me holding it up. So there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so that's done. Just start it up. Everything comes in there, it's all done. All filled in. Just get enough oil getting up there. Get them round alright. I've done the smokeless thing here there. That's excess smoke, that will burn off. Here we go, so that's how you change an oil on a Gsxr A5. Thanks for watching. Let that run. Yeah, thanks for watching, and please come again, and more videos on the site to watch. And I'll say thanks to all the subscribers on here. And there she is.